My 5-year marriage was a broken bar. My wife secretly started a family with my brother. I never saw it coming. I never imagined that the story of my marriage would turn into the kind of nightmare you only read about in dark novels or see in tragic movies. When I stood before the altar 5 years ago, looking into the eyes of the woman I thought I'd spend the rest of my life with, my heart overflowed with hope. I believed I had found not only a partner but also a soulmate, someone who would walk with me through every storm and every sunshine. For me, marriage was sacred. It was trust, loyalty, love, and above all, family. But what I didn't know was that the very foundation of my marriage was built on deceit, that behind the smiles, the laughter, the affectionate touches, there was an ugly truth waiting to destroy everything I held dear. I remember the first time I introduced her to my family. My parents welcomed her with warmth, my siblings joked around, and even my brother, who always seemed detached and uninterested in my personal life, cracked a rare smile when he shook her hand. At that time, I thought nothing of it. Why would I? It was natural, wasn't it? Families meet, connections spark, people get along. It felt like a blessing, not a warning. Looking back, maybe the signs were there, but love blinds you. And I was blind, hopelessly blind. The first 2 years of our marriage felt like paradise. She cooked my favorite meals, laughed at my stupid jokes, and stayed up late with me watching movies when we both had work the next day. We planned trips, we shared dreams, and she always spoke about wanting a family someday. I was ready too. I wanted children with her, to see little faces running around our home, to build something lasting. But whenever the conversation got too serious, she'd tell me she wasn't ready just yet. I respected that. I thought it was patience, thoughtfulness. I wanted her to feel comfortable, to step into motherhood when the time was right for her. What I didn't realize was that while she was telling me she wasn't ready, she had already given herself to someone else. Someone who should have been the last person in the world to betray me, my own brother. The betrayal didn't come to me in one sudden blow. It was slow, like poison seeping into my veins, unnoticed until it was too late. I started picking up on small things. She was always texting late at night, smiling at her phone in ways she hadn't smiled at me in months. When I'd ask, she'd laugh it off, call it a joke her friends sent her, or a meme. She started staying out longer, claiming she was visiting her cousin, or having dinner with colleagues. At first, I didn't question it. Why would I? Trust is the heart of marriage, and I trusted her with everything. But the nagging feeling inside me wouldn't leave. Something was off. Then came the moment that shattered me. I was at my parents' house one weekend, and I noticed something strange. My brother, the same man who had never cared much about family dinners, suddenly seemed to take an unusual interest in being around when she was there. He would sit closer, crack jokes with her, and there was a certain glow in her eyes whenever she looked at him. I dismissed it as paranoia. How could I even think such a thing? My wife and my brother? It was unthinkable, disgusting even, but the thought lingered, and it began to eat me alive. Weeks later, I found out the truth. It wasn't from her lips, and it wasn't from his. It came by accident, the kind of accident that changes your life forever. I had borrowed her laptop because mine wasn't working, and while searching for a file I needed for work, I stumbled upon a folder I'd never seen before. Inside were photos of her and my brother together, not just smiling, not just sitting side by side, but holding each other in ways a wife and brother-in-law should never hold. And then came the biggest knife to my chest, a message exchange where she told him she was pregnant with his child. My heart stopped, my vision blurred. I felt like the walls of the room were closing in on me. I sat there staring at the screen, my hands shaking uncontrollably, trying to breathe, trying to convince myself it wasn't real. But it was real. My wife, the woman I had devoted 5 years of my life to, had not only betrayed me with my brother but had started a secret family with him. A child that should have been mine, born from my marriage, from our love, was instead stolen by the two people I trusted most. I couldn't breathe when I realized the depth of the betrayal. It was as if someone had reached into my chest and ripped my heart out with bare hands. My world didn't just collapse, it exploded into dust. The woman I had called my wife, my partner, my everything, had been carrying another man's child. And not just any man. My own brother. Blood of my blood. The boy I had grown up with, fought with, defended, and trusted. The bond of marriage and the bond of family are both broken in one moment. I didn't confront her right away. I couldn't. I was frozen in silence, drowning in rage and sorrow. For days, I went through the motions of life like a ghost. I went to work, I came home, I smiled when she smiled, I kissed her cheek, pretending nothing had changed. Inside, I was screaming. Every time she touched me, I felt sick. Every time she said she loved me, I wanted to spit the words back at her. But I held it in. I needed to be sure. So I watched her. I paid attention in ways I never had before. She was more careful with her phone, more secretive. She had moments of nervousness when I entered the room unexpectedly. And I noticed the glow on her face, not because of me, but because of him. She was carrying life inside her, but not mine. And somehow, she looked happier than she ever did when we talked about children together. That crushed me more than anything. One night, when she thought I was asleep, I heard her whispering on the phone. She was in the bathroom with the door closed, her voice low, trembling with excitement. I pressed my ear against the door. She said things like, "I can't wait for us to finally be together," and, "He has no idea." I remember clenching my fist so hard my nails dug into my palm until I bled. That was it. I couldn't pretend anymore. I couldn't carry the weight of their lies. The next morning, I confronted her. I didn't scream, I didn't throw things. My voice was steady, almost too calm. I asked her, "How long have you been sleeping with my brother?" Her face went pale, her lips trembled, and she didn't answer. That silence was my confirmation. I asked her again, louder this time, and still she said nothing. Tears welled up in her eyes, but they weren't tears of guilt. They were tears of fear that I had discovered the truth. Finally, she broke down. She admitted it. Every detail. She told me it started a year into our marriage, that she and my brother had been secretly meeting, lying, deceiving me for years. She admitted the child she carried was his. My knees gave out. I collapsed onto the floor, holding my head in my hands, wishing I could rip my ears off so I wouldn't have to hear her words. I asked her why. Why him? Why my brother of all people? Her answer cut deeper than a knife. She said he made her feel alive, that he understood her in ways I never could, that their connection was magnetic. And then she said something I'll never forget, "It just happened." As if years of betrayal, lies, and destroying my life could be explained away with 3 simple words. I left the house that day without saying another word. I drove aimlessly for hours, the road blurring through my tears. I pulled over on the side of the highway and screamed into the darkness, punching the steering wheel until my hands were raw. I thought about ending it all right there. Driving into the barrier, closing my eyes, letting the pain disappear forever. But some voice inside me kept me alive. A small whisper that said, "Don't let them win." Don't let their betrayal take your life too. When I finally confronted my brother, it wasn't much different. He didn't deny it either. He looked at me with those same eyes I had known since childhood, and he admitted everything. He said he loved her. He said they never meant for it to go this far, but it did. He said he couldn't stop himself. His words made me sick. My own flesh and blood had stolen the one thing that was supposed to be sacred in my life. I wish I could tell you I forgave them, or that I found peace immediately. But the truth is, I didn't. I hated them both. I hated myself. I hated the world. Every memory I had built with her turned to ash. Every laugh we shared felt like a lie. Every dream we planned was a cruel joke. I started questioning everything. Was any of it real? Did she ever love me? Or was she just biding her time until she could be with him? Nights were the worst. I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, replaying every moment of our marriage, dissecting every smile, every kiss, every I love you. My mind tormented me with images of them together, in the same bed where I had held her. I couldn't escape it. Sleep became impossible. Food lost its taste. My body grew weaker, my spirit darker. I was drowning, and no one could save me. But here's the strange part. In the middle of all that pain, I discovered something about myself. I discovered that no matter how broken I felt, I was still alive. My heart was still beating. And if it was still beating, maybe, just maybe, I could survive this.